Hello, this is Saara Sutinen. I make this video about ambient music, about my journey to it. I don't know if anyone's interested, but once I made here one video and one of my followers said that it would be interesting to hear about more of your work and you. So I thought that maybe somebody is interested. How I start to make ambient music. In my early days, I was always making rock and pop and experimental music. As you can see in my channel, my early albums were some of very experimental, kind of like different influences in my life as an artist for like pop and rock skin, kind of like alternative. And yes, I was making different kind of music, but it was about 10 years ago. My last pop album, I think it was this New Dawn, and I made one electric music album in the name of Crazy Boa. And after that I had some mental health problems. I've been suffering mental health problems almost all my life, and I started to use medicine, and this medicine has really helped me for my problems. But anyway, it made me kind of like tired. I couldn't no longer in that same intensity to do pop music, rock music, or electronic music, because there is lots of heavy motions, and I don't know, is it only because of that, but also because I was starting to be more calm as a person and human. And I started to get really into about healing and shamanism and these type of things. I've been into those all my life, but I thought that maybe this healing is something that I could do in my way, and this healing is something that has benefited me. I was really fan of Jonathan Goldman's music. If you know Jonathan Goldman, he's a new age pioneer music maker, makes this type of healing music. And nowadays, in his older years, he has more, I don't know if he's making music anymore, he has more training people to make healing sounds, and keeps all kind of conferences all over the world about for music healers and this type of persons who do healing music. And I don't know, his music just hit me very hard. I used to take those type of like music meditations where I just lie on the floor and listen to his music, and it was very calming, soothing, and made me feel really good. And I thought that maybe I can do this type of music. My early touch with ambient was in 90s in this Björk's album Telegram. There was one version of Björk songs, Headphones, what has made this Finnish artist called Mika Vainio. And Headphones is very soothing ambient song. I remember I always loved that ambient. But I never really, when I was younger, I didn't listen to ambient music. It wasn't such a scene back then even. Anyways, I started in some of my pop albums, I started a little experience about ambient, and there is few ambient songs also. But when I first really started to make it, I had these spiritual things. If you have listened and follow my music, you see I do spiritual stuff. Like this spirituality is very interesting in me. And my first ambient album was this Full Moon, and it's about pagan Sabbats, witches Sabbats, Wiccans Sabbats. And I did it in this way, that every time when that Sabbath came, I made that song. I waited till the next Sabbath came and I made that song. It was very ritualic like that. And I don't know, it was very nice to make. And there was this funny incident that when I released that album, it's called Full Moon, the release date wasn't settled, but it went in the circumstances to Full Moon. So album came from in Full Moon. It came out. I didn't know it's Full Moon then, but that was funny incident, I think. No, anyway, because there are some pagans in this world and people who are interested in this type of like Sabbath music. That album maybe is more listeners has got me than any other album. But anyway, after that, or in the same time, I was making still electronic pop type of thing, more with spiritual things. But then I really started to like, well, eating these medicines made me calm, and I don't know. I started to get really into this ambient music. I started to listen in my home dark ambient a lot of new age musicers. And if you know this Brian Eno, he remains the kind of like first person who did functional ambient music, and he made this type of album music for airports in the 70s, where he wanted to people, he was thinking what kind of music will be suitable for airports to people feel calm. So I get into it. I can show you a few books what has been helpful in my journey when I started, before I made this healing chakra meditation ambient album for chakra healing. I was reading this book, Parantajan käsikirja. I think in English is Healer's Guide or something, Ted Andrews. And here, well, he is talking about different type of healing, also about sound healing. So I read this. It was a good book. And then I read this, Jonathan Goldman, Ääni avain värähtelytaajuuden muutokseen. Jonathan Goldman's book about sound healing. And yeah, that was one thing. And then this Finnish writer Erkki Lehtiranta, Musiikki, henkisyys ja hyvinvointi, kuinka musiikki voi muuttaa elämääsi. it translates to music, spirituality, and wellness, and how the music can change your life. And it's really heavy stuff about music, and also about science behind it, not just spirituality. And yeah, I started to make this ambient music. And what I learned from Jonathan Goldman, because I was following also his teachings about how to do healing music, is that the main thing is into intention. It's not about frequencies and this type of thing, it's the intentions behind it. And yeah, every time when I make this type of meditation, ambient healing song, I go into some kind of like meditation. It takes a little time to look for the right sounds when I make a song. It's kind of like a process. You have to find sounds what make keep what what you think is good and works, and what is then the difficult side of it after you have make this type of music long time and many songs is to find always something new in some songs, and this because you don't want to use same sounds all over again and again. You have to find something new. But anyway, my music is partly this type of functional music, like Brian Eno also thought that my intention to people is to that they can calm down, release stress, to heal stressful thinking, to heal from anxiety, and to relax or sleep. It's good sleep music too. And yes, that's how I think when I make it. And sometimes it works good. Sometimes I have, because I do a lot, so sometimes I have little bit different experimental thing that I wonder. But every time when I make this type of song is kind of like meditation trip to me to, and also some kind of ritual, like I really get into it and make a good mood to myself. I put candles and aromatherapy and this type of like good vibes and relaxing thing. Yeah. So I'm making new music soon, every now and then, and thank you for following me. And yes, this is what I just wanted to say about making ambient music and how I approach it. I have home studio and I use Logic Pro program. Yeah, Logic Pro is for Apple computer, this music studio program, and the sounds are from there. It's the synth. I play every track with piano, and I don't use loops in my work. I play all. Like, yeah. All right. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoy my ambient music. I keep making it. It's very important part of my life nowadays. Thank you. Bye bye.